Oh, hi, Leon. How are you
Hello.
doing? We're
Doing
back.
well.
We've got. You got any Battletoads?
We do. We have a Battletoad for you of the well, it's not like quite the normal kind, it's the German variety.
It's fine. It's the classic Battletoads versus Tobo matchup. Battletoads on Burn Queen, Tobo on Cambrai Party. Should be it should be an interesting match. Now, before I look at these opening hands, because that's going to skew what my suggestion is. Who do you think's got who do you think has got the leg up in this matchup?
I think that it really depends, honestly, on how well Tobo draws. Comsec is going to do the same thing every game, pretty much. Like the only possibility of things going wrong is to flood out. Tobo's deck, a little bit higher variance. If it's able to curve out properly, if it's able to be on the play, should be put up a lot of blockers. But if it stumbles on its power and influence requirements, it's dead.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. And then same thing with Comp. If Comp, I feel like if Comp gets a good start out of the gate, but Tobo really does. Tobo has the smaller units to kind of get in the way. So it'll be really interesting. And looking at players' hands, I don't know. Neither one of these hands look particularly great. So it'll be interesting. Like at least Mr. Toads has a decent curve here, as we see Pyro Knight on turn 1. I'm assuming going into Avara's favor, and then or actually I guess that Instigator off the top now.
This is a pretty reasonable curve on Mr. Toad's side. So we are interested to see how this will turn out. Now, the fact that Tobo was on the play here is definitely going to be counting for something, because the Seraph coming down before the Instigator has a chance to connect is going to make a big difference. And Kampf doesn't actually have a great answer to it. I guess he could attack in the Instigator and then finish off with a favor if you want to.
Yeah, that's. I'm trying to figure out how I feel about it. I think it's worth, but maybe it's not. All right, just go ahead and get developing the board, getting the champion in there, because I guess if a queen comes off the top, you're going to be in a much better situation here with this board than you would be with the other one. However, Tobo going to go ahead and play that Sandstorm Titan coming down. That's really going to lock up the board until Comp can find another power for this Obliterate.
Yeah, this is, I think, already starting out right down the path that the Comp wants to avoid, which is the ground stall. That's all of Time's meaty units getting in the way. The Obliterate hopefully will be able to clear that out for him, but definitely the might throw a bit of a wrench in that.
Yeah, and we saw Comp go ahead and fire off. I wasn't sure if Comp was going to try to save that Vara's favor or hold it, but looking at Tobo's list, it makes plenty of sense to go ahead and just get rid of that. Get rid of the Vara's. Send the Vara's favor to face as fast as possible. Now we're going to see the board develop a little bit more. Or are we just going to go ahead and see this Obliterate come down? What do you think? Oh, all right. Well, never mind.
Great, because we have to see that, because if not, you're giving him an extra chance to draw into Stand Together or get the power up for Stand Together, or play the Obelisk. There's just a lot of things that can go wrong, and if I was in Comp's position, I would definitely fire it off while I have the chance.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And so, I had to imagine. Oh, how do you like seeing the Obelisk here over the Scouting Party?
Influence for the Scouting Party, so I think that it's a better play to do the Obelisk than not the Obelisk, is my evaluation.
Oh, well, and we might be missing some primal sources. So, that whole playing Scouting Party might not even be on the table.
But I mean, this is what I was saying about the matchup, right? Like, the fact that he has this card in hand that he's not able to cast, it'd be great on this board. But instead, Comp here has a pretty sick hit lined up.
This is game, yeah. I was like, please attack with that Bandit Queen. Otherwise, the Toad's going to be a little sadder than normal. Comp picking it up though.
Yeah, that's with any sort of awkwardness in the draw. Like you didn't see a 2-drop out of the Time deck. You didn't see the Time Obelisk is not particularly good in the matchup. it was definitely pretty bad. I think though that there was actually a real mistake there of not playing the obelisk, on the turn that allowed the Sandstorm Titan to die to the obliterate. But let's go to talk about sideboards.
Yeah. So like as you mentioned, obliterate definitely does seem a little slow. Soulfire Drake doesn't necessarily. I don't know if I necessarily even want to be on Soulfire Drake. I like the fact that it's got charge, but looking over at Tobo's got 4 Titans, 4 Enforcers. There's an Eileen's Choice in there. There's 3 Desert Marshals. So the likelihood of Soulfire Drake actually getting to do what it wants to do seems decently low. And it just seems like Crimson Firemaw is just going to be a better spot, because then Titan's really the only thing kind of breaking it. On Tobo's side of things, I'm liking Permafrost. I'm liking Protect. Maybe Rune Hammer. Maybe that seems, I don't know, kind of whatever for me.
Yeah, I can see that working out. We'll have to see. I think that we are we're in game yet. We are, I think, just launching into the game right now.
Yep.
So exactly. We'll get a bit of a sense of what they did. Oh, KampfKrote in the sabotage. I find that a little bit surprising to me, a little bit too sort of reactive for my taste for the matchup.
Yeah, so he's going to go ahead and fire this off right away. Going to get a Vanquish out of Tobo's hand. I'm surprised the Vanquishes are still... I mean, I guess Tobboo just didn't have enough to... I don't know. Like, I like, if you're leaving Vanquish in, I'd rather see them swapped out for the Island's Choices, at least, because then, like, theoretically they could, like, stop a Bandit Queen coming in.
Obliterate as well.
Yeah, it was like if Obliterate was still in, it would stop that. I don't know. Not a big fan of seeing Vanquish here. And looking over at Tobboo does have that Awakened Student. So if we can get that Awakened Student down, if Tobboo can get the Awakened Student down and start growing relatively quickly. So like Tobboo, kind of an awkward spot, right? Yeah. And that, we finally see them going for the Kothon. But the way that their power is, they can't actually play the Awakened Student. They couldn't play the Awakened Student or the Kothon. So we just see them electing for the Kothon, which I like. Torch, though, going to clean it up. And Rakano Outlaw going to get in.
I think that what Tobboo's planning to do as a curve is to do the Seraph next turn and then Awakened Student plus Kothon the following turn.
Sure.
Which is a pretty good sequence of things. One of the things I would note is that Kampf is playing the Annihilate in his deck post board, which I think is a little bit surprising because, I mean, it depends on how many you want. I mean, you're probably need to have some number because Titan is such a bitch. But at the same time, it is like it doesn't hit a lot of things in the deck, right? Like there's a lot of multi-faction. There's the Awakened Students, the Kothons. You don't want to be using it on a scouting party token, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I was about to say I'm seeing 24 hits in this deck, so it seems actually
Annihilate
28. Yeah, there's 28 hits. 28 hits. That might be counting each individual Yeti from Scouting Party.
Oh, yeah.
Still. Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. All right, so we're gonna see the Suffocate come down, take out that Awakened Student. So now Tobboo a little on the back foot a little bit. Going to be able to make an Owl if we get to that point, but the Annihilate's actually gonna hit the Owl. All right, 32 hits in the deck. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, I got those owls in there too. But still, I mean, it's not what you're excited about. Kampf, though, missing on any of his heavy hitters. So this is going to be a little bit of a staring match until somebody finds something to break serve.
35. I forgot about the Amber Acolytes. Look at this. See, this Annihilate seems great. I don't know.
All wrong. I had it all wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what you were talking about. All right, so Tobboo just going to fire off this Seek Power. Now, oh man. If I'm Tobboo, I'm just playing out power, hopefully drawing an obelisk. I was like, do you start saving power if you're Tobboo just for your Awakened Students? But I think if you're leaving one in hand, you're probably going to be fine because you do want to get to that 8 power for those obelisks. Maybe I missed something. Yeah, no, it's fine. I think that it all makes sense. Oh,
I know what's going on.
There's the Awakened Student. All right, so that's going to start growing a little bit. This Annihilate, unfortunately, not going to be able to answer it as Awakened Student. not one of the 35 hits in the deck.
Awakened Suit now, or that he activates Kothon. I think that's really close. It's clear that Kampf does not have very much action in hand.
I think. What I was going to say is like the fact that Kampf hasn't done anything for the past couple turns makes me want to go ahead and start getting that Awakened Student out and getting that developed, and I can wait a turn in order to play, in order to activate. Or Tobboo just wants to go ahead and get that 4/4 body down, which I completely respect.
Yeah, really close. I don't know if it'll one of those sorts of things that'll end up battering too much, but definitely this Annihilate will punish it a little bit. See if Kampf draws that power to the Pyro Knight's going to be able to get in a good clean hit here. Which
well, they both get to get in now. Well, actually, I do not like not attacking with that Rakano Outlaw. That's a war cry that you're missing there, and there's like worst case scenario, you clean off one of his units. Especially when your opponent's playing Obelisk. It's like either get those 2 points of damage. Maybe they don't want to get cracked back for. I don't know. Like I don't understand not attacking with the Outlaw there.
The Kothon has endurance.
Oh, duh! I'm just blind. Never mind. I was like, Kothon to the board. That doesn't matter, right? Right. Oh, I'm just losing my mind. It's fine. Don't worry about it, everybody.
This Island's choice is a blowout and a half.
Yeah, that's it's not bad. However, both players are top decking, and Tobboo at 12. And it looks like since the obliterates are in 12, not the safest of life totals.
I don't think that the fire sigil is what Kampf was looking for from this juncture.
No. Toad might looks like drowning a little bit here. Drowning in power. You get the flood coming, and as we all know, toads, unlike their friends, not the biggest on the water like the frogs would be. If he was a battle frog, maybe a little bit more. But here we go. We're going to see that obliterate come off the top. That Kothon getting a little heated. And the Rakano Outlaw actually going to be able to get in. This Permafrost going to be able to take care of it. Well, we do have a work right on top of the deck now. Wow, that's a good hit.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be mattering. We'll see. Tobboo's going to have to hit some removal spell immediately. Oh. I did not a big fan of that. The Vanquish. Yeah, right on time.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're good here. We are good here.
And a big Permafrost there. I felt like you could take. You could jump with the Ember Acolyte if you came to it, but I think that you could probably take another hit because there's only so many obliterates that you can play in the deck, and we've seen 3 of them already.
We've only seen 2. We've only seen 2 out of the full 4. I don't know. I was okay. I was okay with the Permafrost because then you're without Permafrosting there, you're giving another war cry. It definitely seemed less than ideal, but Tobboo looks like this is going to be game. Tobboo just drawing that Seek power off the top, and with Kampf with the rapid shot in hand, this should be it. Because we see a block on the Amber Acolyte, and
maybe the only way that I can see things losing is if Kampf gets spooked about Stand Together, where the
but that's
get pumped to that's pretty narrow range.
Yeah, and playing around that's not gonna win you the game, right? Because then you trade off, and then now you've bought yourself a turn, because the Amber Acolyte's still hitting you for 2, gonna put you down to 3.
You lose to it next turn.
Exactly,
I agree with this.
Yeah. All right, and there we go.
Our Mr. Toad is our winner for this round. Pretty convincing showing there, I think, by the burn deck. As we were saying, in game 1, got some of that awkwardness of the draw, and then in game 2, it was just Tobboo just drew a little bit more power than Kampf, and as a result, the game went in his favor.
Yeah, well, congratulations to both players. I think the game. I didn't see any big mistakes on either side, or at least nothing that I would consider something horribly egregious. Now, Yeah, so it looks like we are looking for a backup. We'll be getting potentially be getting that soon, and besides that, I don't know. We'll do a little story time because I know Bradykin was talking about playing in a Magic tournament recently and talking about A Space. I did the same thing. I played in SCG regionals last weekend and actually went undefeated. Yeah.
How did you do there? Did you do okay?
Yeah, undefeated to the Swiss, and then top four split. At which point I stopped caring, but I got second. It was good. And Star City being cheap. They so 2 years ago I got third at regionals, running the same thing, and everybody in top 8 got a nice little trophy. This time, only the winner got the trophy, and it kind of looks like the semifinalist trophy I already have. So it was very disappointing. 2 years ago, it was like a sweet like red crystal thing, and it was big. I don't know. My heart ached a little bit. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say.
Really, what you come out there for is the hardware.
Yes. Oh, but sorry. The story there though is I was playing a deck that plays a card called Lightning Bolt, which is the same. It's basically the same card as Torch. Lightning Bolt, however, being around since the early 90s. That did not stop me from declaring that I was torching most of my opponents' faces and their creatures, and it didn't. Yeah, the entire day it was just let me just torture Birds of Paradise there. I don't know. It was amusing. I enjoyed it.
I mean, it's a word you get used to, man. You just get it's all about the practice and what you're seeing all the time. But yeah, definitely fun of that. I have that. I think that we have an interview coming up, and very shortly get a cue from the tournament chat to see what's happening next. Think that we're going to be getting Kampf's interview, if I'm correct. Get a word from our producers shortly.
A little toady. Gonna get a little toady. Little congratulations from the win there. Yeah, and it looks like you were correct, Neon. Kampf's and Ryu gonna be coming up. So with that, I think we're gonna take a little bit of a break, and we'll be back for the next round here in just a bit.